today we're going to be discussing flows. So what a flow is in Giraffe is it's a visual scripting interface. So we can see here on the left, this is the breakdown of what we can see on the right-hand side. So it's a structured sequence of operations that transform the data into geometry that we can see on the right-hand side. So what we're doing here is reading a feature and then writing an output. So if I was to actually jump in here and let's say sever this node or this connection, we can see that feature, that original feature, is just simply a line, and that's what's happening. So we're building upon that original feature, applying certain data transformations in order to achieve the end result, which is the apartment layer. And if I connect these back in, we can see that has reappeared on the screen. And the reason for flows is to allow a more efficient means of building your project out. So you can see here with just a simple line that we've got what appears to be an apartment. We've got some designation of the apartment types and the various 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms within that. And one of the great things about this is that it is extremely flexible. So as I grab and edit this line like I would with native Giraffe geometry, it's all adapting based on the flow and the logic that we have calculated and applied here as it's flowing through these nodes and processing to write that feature out each time I make a change. And the type of data structure that we use for this flow or this visual scripting interface is a DAG system, so a directed acyclic graph, which is just a visual programming structure where data flows in one direction, step by step, and it doesn't loop back onto each other. So that's the acyclic part of the name. But we can see if I zoom in here on the left-hand side of the screen, we've got each of the nodes like read feature, apartment, object keys, object entries, and write feature property. So the flow begins with the read feature and runs all the way through without looping back on itself. There's also a library of these nodes that we can see at the bottom here. So as I sort of select each category, I've got a number of controls down below here, and I can simply drag them on and start to further manipulate my flow and transform that data. So whenever someone is talking about flow in Giraffe, they're referring to one of two places within the platform. And if I close this one out, up in the drawing toolbar at the top, we've got the little lightning bolt. So this is where the Giraffe team have actually built out a number of flows, all predefined, ready for you to drop and drag into your project and start drawing with. So there's anything from car parks, and again, drawing very simple geometry. And then the flow kicks in and starts to apply that logic that we have in the back end. And we can see the car park layout applied to more complex ones. So let's look at this industrial rear dock, a data center of some sort. If I was to draw my rectangle, again, basic geometry. And what we have is an output of what appears to be a data center and associated car parking for that center. So the residential apartments as well, and also roads are captured in here along with some site divisions and other helpful stuff to try and get you to that end game, to try and get you to that end result quicker within your project. The other location where someone might mention flows is the flow editor. So that's on the left-hand side, which is what I was just in. And that's basically the behind the scenes nodes and the visual scripting interface. So if I select this residential apartment again and we open the flow editor, I can see the language that's happening behind the scenes here. And this is where we can start to edit it. I could create a new flow as well if I wanted to apply different logic to that flow.